Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Salvador Salcido Show. I am, of course, Salvador Salcido. Today, our guest is Michael Garcia. He is a music education major at the University of Texas at El Paso, and he just did his senior recital performance. Is that correct?
Yes, that is.
All right. Now, what is a senior recital?
Well, a senior recital is just a fancy word for a show during your senior year. What you need to do, well, every music major needs to do this in order to graduate. So they have you at least doing about 30 minutes. It varies major to major, mind you.
Right.
For me, it was 30 minutes. Some people have to go a whole hour.
Ooh, that's tough.
Tell me about it. At least usually about 8 songs, several different languages, several different styles.
And different styles, like what does that pertain to, different styles?
Well, here's where things get a little interesting. Traditionally, they're talking about time periods. I'm not going to get into their fancy names because that's all I can say.
Of course. But, I think all of us would agree, right, audience? Right? I'm right.
But there's also the question of more recent things. And that's where things get a little interesting in mine.
More recent, like define recent.
I guess if we were looking for the fancy word, they'd call me avant-garde.
Avant-garde.
Say that 5 times fast.
Say the avant-garde. I can see it now. I can see that.
But traditionally, they like to stick to that sort of thing. However, I decided to take some liberties with this sort of thing. In which, here's the major problem. When you have that kind of setup of just one person and a pianist, I mean, regardless how good of a voice or good of a performer they are, this is what I would see about 15 minutes in. And I'm not saying that because they're boring. Well, then again, in some people's cases, yeah, they were kind of boring, but that's beside the point.
Michael Garcia, ladies and gentlemen.
I don't look back, don't I?
No, you do not.
Oh, jeez.
So pretty much the typical performance would put some people to sleep.
Unfortunately, yes.
What did you do to remedy that?
Well, I decided that we needed to give them variety, keep their heads out of the programs and keep them interested. So what I decided to do is, first off, I had about 3 separate groups working on this. I had tech, a band, and a group of singers.
A band? Like, what band?
A rock band.
Ooh, went all rock style now. Well, you did say 80s, so...
Yep. I figure if it's your last gig, go out with a bang.
Go out with a bang, that's right. That is right.
But, because the thing is, the traditional route, you don't have to shift gears too much.
Okay.
Even with your technique, how you do it, or even how you conduct yourself on the stage. Usually they're going to be planted. Just stay there.
Oh, all right.
Again, visually, this is not the most appealing thing to me personally, nor to...
You like to be a bit more, I guess, extravagant? Would that be a good one?
hands-on with this.
Oh, okay.
Like, for instance, with the group that required a singer, the song that required singers, basically, it's on board a ship. They were pretty much sailors, and I was playing the part of an admiral. So behind my back, they're doing stupid things just to mess with me. So the audience can see it, but I'm just completely oblivious to what's going on. Just acting all high and mighty because, oh, look at me, I'm the ruler of this Navy here. But they're just like, oh, yeah, right, get out of here.
That sounds pretty hilarious. Now tell me more about this rock band piece.
Oh, rock band. Well, since I was always raised on 50s sort of rock and roll when I was a young boy, there's some crazy little thing called Love Really Sticks that day. So I said, okay, let's go with that. And with that one, we even got the crowd going, heard some calls coming out from them, clapping, just an overall good time. Just make it awesome for the final bit.
What setbacks did you face going into your recital?
Oh, dear Lord, we've got a laundry list. Let's see.
This is going to be interesting.
Well, in the case of this, I did meet with a little bit of resistance on that one.
Okay.
Some other things that happened was just trying to keep my group healthy because at this point there are several different things going on in everybody's lives, particularly with the department itself having, in my opinion, maybe a little too much going on. So they are constantly sleep deprived. I'm having to constantly spur them on and teach them everything. We had an incident where one of them almost went to the hospital due to an infection.
What would you say the strongest resistance point was?
Part of it is from myself because I'm worried about things all the time, and it takes a toll on me, physically and mentally. But also the fact that excuse me, I really had to go out of my way to prove that this would work to faculty, not to mention particularly in my own teacher, but to have them actually really congratulate me and really be into what I did and even say to their own students, you need to take note from this, or do that sort of thing. I was like, oh, well, you don't say.
You were just like, whoa, did you just tell me that?
Exactly. It's a complete shock to my system.
Wow. So even the most conservative of professors or faculty would actually congratulate you and use you as an example.
Yep.
All right, well, ladies and gentlemen, that is Michael Garcia. Thank you for coming here today.
Thanks for having me.
And thank you for watching the Salvador Salcido Show. I'm Salvador Salcido, as you all know, and I will see you next time. Take care.